So this is my simple speaker stand design. And obviously these aren't finished yet, but I just decided to go ahead and start the video now so I can show you how I'm putting it together. So the base right here is two 10-inch pieces with a 12-inch cross piece across the top, and then just two screws that fit down in there so that it's gonna sit, so that it'll have plenty of stability for the actual rest of the speaker stand there. And this was actually just old pallet of wood from a pallet that I disassembled, just so it was something cheap. And then for the actual post, I have one 10-foot 2x4 that I cut into 4 pieces so that they're each 30 inches long. And then that way I could just use one piece of wood for both stands. And then I went ahead and just clamped and glued 2 pieces each together so that I could have my 2 posts. And this is gonna sit up on top of the stand, on top of the base. And then I'm just gonna drive some screws up through the bottom into the 2x4s. And then for this, for the actual top part that the speaker sits on, I have a piece of just plywood. It's like 3/4 inch plywood, because it's just what I had. You'd probably be better off using like 1/2 inch plywood. And I cut it to the exact size of my speaker. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and set this on top of here and all screwed in to the 2x4s there. Now what I'm gonna go ahead and do to finish this out is I'm just gonna go ahead and sand down all the rest of this before I do anything else, because it's all kind of rough wood. And then we got just some cheap spray paint, and I'm gonna go ahead, well, like I said, I'm gonna sand it down, and then I'm gonna screw all the rest of it together, and then just spray paint it, and we'll see how it looks. Right, so I went ahead and got these all screwed together. You can see here on this top plywood, I just screwed down into the ingrain of the wood, and then the same on the bottom underneath here. I just screwed down into the 2x4s. I did go ahead and pre-drill these holes just in case, but nothing cracked and everything seems to be all right. However, as you can obviously notice here, they're not sitting even close to being straight, and that's because I'm using refurbished pallet wood on the bottom and it's all warped out of shape. But I think I have an idea to fix that. I'm probably just going to use some like rubber padding material or something on the bottom and stick it on the different corners until I get it balanced out. You can also see that the plywood I was using is pretty warped too, like that one. But I think it'll be all right. I'm going to put some padding on the top of here too, and on the bottom, and hopefully we can get it balanced out. But first, I need to actually paint them. So I just bought some cheap flat back paint for $3 a can, and I bought 2. And so far, that's been the only expense in this project for me. And then, of course, I went ahead and just put the my speaker on here, just see how it fits and see what it looks like standing. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get them painted, and then we'll see how it looks. All right, so I got them painted up, and this is what they look like. I actually don't think they look too bad, but they still don't look professional, but it's good enough for me. All right, so now the last order of business is just fix this wobbling issue. So I have some of this like grippy rubber type material that I think I'm just gonna lay down on here. And I got some spray pieces I could put on the back of this rubber material, and then I'll just lay it down on here. And then I'll do the same thing on the bottom. And hopefully if I can do enough layers on the different corners to actually balance it out so it'll sit level. And so this is the stands in their final finished form. I went ahead and added the padding to the top and to the bottom just for extra grip and stability. And as you can see, this one's a little bit screwed up, but that was just from the way that the roll was rolled up with the rubber band on it that put that crease in it. But since the speaker's gonna be sitting on top of that, that shouldn't be too big of a deal anyways. And then on the bottom of these, I went ahead and put the padding on here too, just so that it'll sit flat, and also so that when I'm sitting it on the tile inside, it won't like scratch it up or put paint marks on it. I did have to go ahead and layer 2 down on this side and 2 down on this right here, just to get it fully balanced out, because like I said, this was the warped pallet wood. But yeah, other than that, this should be pretty much done. I'm gonna go ahead and get them all set up and put in their position, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so I went ahead and got the stands all set up with the speakers on them, and they're all wired up. And you can see I just have them sitting back here behind the couch at a healthy distance, be the rear surrounds. And then we just ran the wire from the amp over around here, underneath the rug, under the couch, and throughout here. And I was gonna mention, one other thing you guys could do if you're building these stands to be used permanently is that when you're cutting the wood, or before you glue these 2 pieces of wood together, you could actually, if you had like a table saw or something, you could cut out a little indentation in the center of both of them. So that way you could run a wire all the way up on the inside of that and make it look nice and clean, and then have it like come out right here and wire up to there. But since I'm gonna be removing these speakers, since these speakers can't stay set up permanently because they're in the way in this room, I'm gonna probably buy some banana cables so that I can quickly connect and disconnect them, and then just stick them away in a closet somewhere. So I didn't worry about doing the whole inset wire thing, because it's gonna be just more hassle to run the wire up the stands every time I wanna do that. But yeah, other than that, they're all set up back behind the couch. And this center speaker placement is not permanent. Probably gonna put a shelf up there as the next project for the center speaker, but I just set it there for now so I can go ahead and get it set up. And then we have the monitor audio front speakers, and then these will just be like little deployables that I can just pull out of the closet and plug the banana cables in and then use them. So yeah, if you're looking for a pretty simple, cheap, and easy DIY speaker stand project, this design is really simple and really easy. I mean, I probably spent like 20 bucks between the piece of 2x4, between the single 2x4, some black paint, and some screws, and a little bit of wood glue. That's all you need to make this happen. So like, I'd say 20 bucks max, when you could easily spend $100 on stands these nice on Amazon. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching.